What's going on, everybody? In this lesson, we are going to learn how to play Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. All right, so getting right into this, there's a few parts to this song, nothing crazy, some open chords, some alternate picking, and we're going to do the guitar solo today as well. So getting into the intro and the verses, I'm not going to go too extensive on how to play some of these chords. If you don't know how to play some of these open chords, refer to my open chords video and check out those, get those down, and then come back, and this will be super easy for you, okay? So our first part of the song is based around an A minor. All right, so we're not playing a full A minor necessarily, although you can have your hand in the A minor position if you like. I'm striking the A first, open A to the D string, open B, and then I bring my first finger on the first fret, just like that. So you get, okay? So it's kind of outlining the A minor chord. From there, you're going to go to an F style chord. You don't need to necessarily play the whole bar. I have my first finger on the first fret, E string, third finger on the third fret, A, and I have my middle finger on the G over here. So I get, so slowly, that's the E to the A, okay? That's open G to the second fret on the G. So we get, just like that. Now to the F. All right, that's going to be your intro, and that's going to be most of your verses right there. There's a tag that happens with some open chords at the end of each verse, and it goes like this. C, G, F, D minor, back to the riff. Okay, so in sequence, that would go like this. Okay? So moving on to the pre-choruses now. This is really easy. We're just doing an A minor to an F major 7. Okay, so A minor, that should be easy for you to play by now. Okay? Then we're going to an F major 7. Now, it's basically F major, but with the open high E. Right? Okay, so A minor. You're going to keep your index there, bring your third over to the third fret on the A, pinky goes to the third fret on the D, middle goes on the second fret on the G, and remember that high E is open. It's an F major 7, okay? So A minor to F major 7. And how I'm going to do this, you want to strum now. Like that. And how I'm doing that is by our normal strumming pattern that we talk about in all of our songs. It's down, up, down, up. And I'm picking and choosing which points I want to accent, okay? That's a good way to start to get the rhythm in check. Okay, that's your pre-choruses right there. From there, we're going to go into the choruses, okay? You get C, G, D minor, A minor. Okay, that's the first time, and you're going to strike each chord twice. So here's the first time. Here's the second time. C, G, D minor. And that's a push. And what a push is we're pushing into the next bar, and it's on an up or an and, which is an upbeat, not a downbeat. So you'll feel that when you play that. So it goes. Right? You see how that kind of slid into that a little earlier in the beat? And when I get to D minor, I do a little bit of strumming. Okay? Okay, so that's the chorus right there. Let me go through it again slow for you. C in the first part. G, D minor, A minor, C, G, push to D minor. Second time, okay, C, G, D minor, A minor. Last time, C, G, push to D minor. And we rest on D minor right there. Okay? Then it goes back to the next verse. Okay? So that's all the rhythm parts right there. Now you're just left with the guitar solo. The guitar solo actually changes keys. We go from A minor, and now we're going to go into the key of F sharp minor. So I'm going to go through these really slow. If you've never played a guitar solo before, this is a great first one to learn. It's not very hard. You just have to take your time with it, play it slowly, and focus on some of the things I'm going to show you. So let's get into it. All right, our first note is going to be on the 10th fret on the B string. Okay. Don't worry about vibrato and all that right now if you've never soloed, but if you can catch on to when I'm shaking the string, and that's what vibrato is, and some of the articulations, try to follow along. But again, if not, playing the right notes is a great start. So 10th fret on the B string. Now we're going to go 9 on the E. We're going to go over here to the 7 on the B. And you're going to bend a whole step. You're going to come back down. Now, if you've never done bending before, this is going to be a little bit trickier for you. If you haven't looked into it, check out my video on bending. I teach you all about that and how to place your hand and everything. But I'm sure a lot of you have done bending and are somewhat familiar or very familiar. So I'm going to keep moving along here. So starting from the beginning, we get 10 on the B. 9 on the E, bend on 7 on the B, a whole step, and come back down. Make sure you're bending in tune, okay? You're going to do it again, same phrase. Okay? Then we're going to go. So what do we got there? We're on the 7th fret, strike it 3 times. And then on the 4th time, you're going to strike it. You're going to pull off to the 5 on the B, and then you're going to hit 6 on the G, okay? Again, if you're not familiar with these articulations like bending, hammer-on, pull-off, check out my video on articulations and bending, and this will help you out a lot. All right, so here's that phrase again. Then we go 4 to 6 on the G, 5 on the B. That's another whole step bend from 7 to 9. Come back down. 5 on the B. 6 on the G. So that whole phrase goes like this. Okay, now we're at the next part. And I'm actually going to show you this part over here. I think it'll be easier for you. So when you finish this phrase over here, you're going to come up here, which is on the 14th fret on the G. Okay? Then you're going to go 14 on the B. Then you're going to go 17 on the B. and then 14 on the high E. So that phrase goes. Okay? You're going to do the phrase again, the same exact notes, but when you get to that 14 on the B, you're going to bend it up a whole step. So here it is, those two together. The first one. Okay, here's the second one. Bend. And you come back down, all right? I use my middle finger for that one to bend. Here's that walk down. It goes. Okay, so 17 on the high E, 16 on the high E, 14 on the high E, 17 on the B, back to 14 on the high E, back to 17 on the B, and then 14 on the B. Then you repeat this, you go 17, 14 on the B. So again, that phrase is. Now, you're going to do unison bends 3 times. Keep your first finger where it is, 14B. Bring your third finger on the 16G. And you're bending the G string only. This string on the, the B string, 14th fret stays put. 3 times. You're essentially bending into the same note. Okay? Then you go back to this, which is 17, 14 on the B. Okay. You're going to do this again, bend 14 a whole step on the high E. Come back down, 12 on the E, 14 on the B. So far you have this. I'm gonna play that phrase because I know this gets kind of confusing right here. So you're going to go. Okay, so right here we're going to go, I started showing you part of this. Let's finish this phrase off. We're almost done. Okay, bend up, come back down. 12 on the high E. 14 on the B. Back to 12 on the high E. Back to 14 on the B. Then you're going to go down here, which is 12 on the B, 10 on the B. Then we're on the very last notes right here. Okay, that's 12 on the high E, 10 on the high E, 9 on the high E, and then we end on 10 on the B. Okay, all right, I'm going to play the guitar solo all together for you so you can watch it in sequence, and then that'll be it for today. Here we go. 3, 4. Alright guys, that is how you play Californication, top to bottom. Only a few parts to the song. I hope that you get the solo down as well. It's such a fun song to play. And I appreciate you being in this lesson as always. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe below by clicking the red button. Also click on that bell so you can get notifications from me anytime I post. And if you're interested in guitar lessons from me, just go to BrandonPaulGuitarAlliance.com. Thanks.